Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Esther and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making the world's best ever granola. So this granola is a recipe that has been passed down from generation to generation, and my mom has made it for me and my siblings all through growing up, and I think it's the most tasty, amazing granola ever. You don't need store-bought granola. It's super simple, super healthy, way less sugar, and it's going to be so amazing in all of your parfaits, just as cereal, in anything that you would put granola in. So let's get some ingredients and let's go. Alright, so as you can see, I have a ton of ingredients in front of me to make this delicious granola. So let's put it all together. Right here with me I have 8.5 cups of oats. They're just whole oats. I use Quaker oats variety. If you're gluten-free, make sure to get the gluten-free variety of oats, the ones that you enjoy, but I'm pretty sure most people use Quaker. So 8.5 cups of oats in here. I have half a cup of pumpkin seeds. These are delicious, full of vitamins. If you've never tried pumpkin seeds before, you should give them a go because they're a mild seed and they're, like I said, they're packed with vitamins and minerals, super tasty. And make sure all of these seeds and grains that you're putting in here are completely raw because we're going to toast this in the oven. If you get toasted grains, you're going to burn them to a crisp. Don't want to do that, so make sure you have nice raw grains. You can get them at bulk food stores or health food stores, or even if you live in a place where people are pretty health conscious, you can probably find them at Walmart. So I'm going to go ahead and add my half a cup of pumpkin seeds. Then right here I have flax seed. This is a half a cup. This is also packed with folic acid and lots of vitamins for you. It's super healthy, adds fiber, great for a nutritional breakfast. So into the oats. Then I have 1.5 cups of sunflower seeds. I'm sure all of you are familiar with sunflower seeds. They're great on salads. We love them, and they're great in this granola too. So in they go. They add a delicious flavor, nice little crunch once they're toasted. And here I have wheat germ. Now, some of you may not have had wheat germ before in your life, but it's a very fibrous food. If you're gluten-free, you can go ahead and add more flaxseed in place of this. This is 1 entire cup of wheat germ, so just 1 cup of flaxseed instead, so just up that, so it's 1.5 cups of flaxseed if you're gluten-free. But this has vitamins and folic acid, all the same, great for a nutritional breakfast. So into the bowl it goes. And this is sesame seeds. They're so great. You know, you've had sesame seeds before. They have vitamins. All of these grains are great to go in here because while you may not typically eat them, putting them in this is the perfect way to get some of these vitamins and stuff that you wouldn't typically get otherwise. So into the bowl they go. And this is something you don't have to add if you don't like it or you don't want it. It's an optional thing, but I personally love coconut. So this is unsweetened coconut flakes. I have a cup here. I'm just going to put it in. Totally optional if you're allergic to coconut or just don't like it, because I've met quite a few people who just don't like coconut for some reason. And into the bowl. And right here with me, it's a controversial but necessary thing to go into your granola. It is salt. I have a teaspoon of salt here. It really enhances the flavor of everything you possibly make. Salt should go into everything. It's a vital mineral. The only time salt could possibly be unhealthy for you is if you are eating it with too many trans fats or saturated fats, because that's what's going to clog up your arteries, and then salt can be harmful to you. But in healthy foods, in home cooked dinners that you're doing, salt is an amazing vital mineral and we need it. So into the bowl it goes. So now that I have all of my dry stuff in here in this bowl, beautiful, lovely, I'm going to mix it up with my hands. Clean hands, wash them, soap and water, make sure you get under the fingernails, and I don't touch my face, I don't touch my hair, I don't touch anything. My hands are nice and clean. So we're going to mix this up with our hands. It's truly the best way to do it. You can use a spoon or a spatula if you're just really adverse to using your hands in cooking, because I know some people just don't like touching food. That's perfectly fine. Don't do it. Use a spatula if you want, but your hands really do help you get in there and mix it all up really well. We want this well combined before we add our sauce. Alright. So this is all mixed together. It's looking beautiful, it's looking amazing, it's looking delicious, and now we're going to get to our liquid ingredients. So I'm just going to set this bowl over here. So these are my liquid ingredients. And you may be wondering, Esther, why do you have sugar here? In baking, sugar is considered a liquid ingredient. We mix it with this stuff because it helps it dissolve and it helps it coat way better because it's already like a sticky kind of substance. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put in our 3/4 of a cup of sugar right into this. It's 1.5 cups of water so it doesn't like plop down. Nice and slow. See it dissolving like that? Amazing. This is why sugar is a liquid ingredient. You see what I'm saying? Just nice and dissolved. Okay. And so this is 3/4 of a cup of oil, and we're going to add it right in here. The oil helps it brown up. It's nice. It helps it not to stick when you are stirring it, cooking it, not to stick to the bottom of the pan. And in all granolas across the board, this is kind of how they make it. It's going to be like a sauce of like sugar and oil, or honey and oil, or agave and oil. It's just a very normal thing for granola. So if you're weirded out that it's like oil and sugar going in there, that's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. We love granola just how it is. And this is 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla, because vanilla is another flavor enhancer. You can never have enough vanilla, until of course you can, but it's so delicious. It makes everything just a little bit better. And feel free, if you like want any other like flavors of granola, you know, some people love like cinnamon granola, stuff like that. You can add any flavors you want. You could add some like almond oil, or you know, whatever flavors you think look good, whatever flavors are common to you. I don't buy a lot of store-bought granola because I have this granola, which I absolutely love. But I know some of you are out there being like, oh, my store-bought cinnamon granola. Just add in some cinnamon. And this is not going to be like a store-bought super sweet granola. It's like literally 12 cups of ingredients for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. It just has a little bit of sweetness, and then I pair it with coconut milk because I'm plant-based, and I think it's perfectly delicious just like that. And if you're somebody who's like really used to sugar cereals, this still has like a little bit of sweetness behind it, and I think you can grow to love this. It might not be something you're used to at the moment, but I'm sure it can grow on you just like any new foods can grow on you, and you'll grow to want it for your breakfasts every morning. So I'm going to dump this into here. Amazing. Beautiful. And I'm going to go in with my hands again, and I'm going to mix this all up, make sure all of these beautiful oats and seeds and nuts that we have are all like well coated in this mixture. We want it to all be like wet and a little bit sticky. And then we're going to go on to cooking it. So it's like a super easy, super fast recipe. I mean, the cooking takes a little bit of time, but you can go ahead and do like whatever you want during that time. You can, you know, do a little bit of work, do a little bit of homework, scroll on your Instagram feed, you know, whatever you desire. It cooks for about an hour. You have to stir it every 15 minutes. But other than that, it's super quick, super simple, super healthy, and I'm sure that you are going to love it. Just make sure you like get in there, you really like squish it together. Make sure you're really coating all those oats, all those seeds. You want them to all have that delicious sauce. And make sure you're really like getting to the bottom of this. And like I said, if you really are adverse to using your hands, because it does get a little bit messy, go ahead and use a spatula. Don't use like a whisk or anything, because you'll just get all these caught up and it won't stir that well. Just make sure you get it really well coated, whatever you're using to mix up your granola. And I think this is looking beautiful. Alright. So I would say it's time to pan this stuff up. Are we ready? So now that I am a granola monster, I have my pans here, and I'm going to pan up my granola in a thin layer so it can cook really evenly. I have these two giant pans here. I have another one sitting there. And I'm just going to do half and half on each. And you might be tempted to just like dump the whole thing onto one. Don't do it. You want this to be in a very nice thin layer. Very cookable, even granola. Because we want it all to like really toast and dry out. You know what I'm saying? Alright. It is a little bit messy, but that's the fun part. So this is what we're looking at, okay? We're going to just flatten it out over this whole pan. It's nice to have like big rims like this. Like this is probably about like a 2-inch rim. And to have a rim like that, it means you can stir it without worrying about like knocking your granola off onto the bottom of the stove. I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty messy like stirrer when it comes to like mixing anything really, or flipping anything. So having like wide rims for me is a must-have, and if they're a must-have for you, these are like a great kind of size pan. They're probably about like 2 by 1.5 maybe. And it's a pretty quick process. Like this has taken 10 minutes. 10 minutes total to like do a whole granola. So there's that one, and they're going to go into the oven at 300 degrees for 1 hour. I'm going to stir them every 15 minutes to make sure all the sides are well cooked, well toasted, and I will be back to you with our finished product. Alright, so here is our granola. It has been in the oven for an hour now, and it is nice and dry and ready to come out of the oven. I've been stirring it every 15 minutes, and it's coming off the pan beautifully, nothing really stuck. So we are all good. And I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to leave it on the stovetop until it cools. Alright, so this granola has been cooling for about an hour. It is basically completely cool. This is what it looks like. So beautiful. And obviously I'm here to give you the taste test. So I have some in my little bowl here. I'm just going to pour in some of my coconut milk. I like the Silk Original, but you can use whatever type of milk you desire. And let's give it a taste test. Make sure it's delicious and amazing. Tastes delicious. There's a hint of sweetness in it from our brown sugar mixture. It's toasted, and there's like coconut and the oats, and everything together is just super great. It doesn't, I know like a lot of granola will have like little chunks like this. It does have some of those, but it doesn't have a lot. So if you want like some chunkier granola, I recommend adding more brown sugar into your mixture and a little less water, because it'll help you give it some more of those like chunks if that's what you really want out of your granola. But this is so good. Obviously I give it a 10 out of 10. Try this granola at home. See what you think about it. I guarantee you this could be a morning staple for you if you enjoy granola and cereals. So perfect in parfaits with your favorite yogurts and fruits. Delicious with berries. Amazing. So try out this granola, and if you do, let me know in the comments below how you liked it. Give me your rating out of 10. And give me any other recipes or things that you might want to see in the future. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this every single Wednesday. And I love you guys so much. Goodbye.